Hey guys and girls, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play Nothing But a Good Time on Guitar by Poison. So this is a great song for intermediate players to tackle. It's not too hard, but the solo is a bit tricky. Now I'll go through the whole song, then we'll look at the solo parts at the end. Now in this song they're tuned to E flat, but I'll just leave my guitar in standard tuning. But if you're playing with the song, just tune E string down a semitone. If you like this lesson, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Songs and lessons uploaded weekly. If you're having any problems with the song, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Or if there's a song you'd like to learn, let me know. So let's get into it. So with the intro, we're going to start on the 14th fret, barring the D, G and B string, and play that 2 times. Then we're going to put down our second finger on the 15th fret on the B string and our third finger on the 16th fret on the D string. Still barring the 14th fret on the G string, play that once. Then back to the 14th fret barring and back to the 15 and the 16 again. And then 14 again. So the whole time we're playing the D, G and B string, so slowly. Then from there we're going to play the 16th fret on the A string, still playing the 14th fret on the D string, and then back to the 14th fret, D, G and B. So slowly that part now. Then from there we're going to play the 15th fret on the A string as well as the 14th fret on the D string, and then the 16th fret on the A string as well as the 14th fret on the D string, back to the barring on the 14 on D, G and B, the 15 and 16, and back to 14 there barring. So slowly that part is. Then we play the open D and G, and while we're doing that we get our hand come down and we're going to play the G chord there, and you can just play the bottom 4 strings there. So we're playing the D, G open, 3rd fret on the B and 3rd fret on the E, and then we play a D power chord 2 times. So open D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, and we do that 2 times. So let me play that whole section for you slowly. And up to speed. Now it just does that 3 times. So let me play that for you up to speed. True. Then from there, the 4th time through, it changes a little bit. He does a palm mute down up before we start, and then we're playing the 14th fret on the D and the G, and we do that 2 times, barring again. Then the 16th fret on the D, the 14th fret on the G, back to the 14 and 14. Then we just play the 16 on the A string, and then back to the 14 and 14. So it's similar to the start, it's just changed slightly. And then we do the 14 again on the D and the G, same end as before, 15 on the A, 14 on the D, 16 on the A, 14 on the D, and then 14 and 14 on D and G, 16 on the D, 14 on the G, and 14 and 14 again. So slowly. Then from there we're just going to play a G chord or a G power chord. You can include the top E string here, so there'll be 10th fret on the E, 10th fret on the A. We're going to play the 12th fret on the D, G and B. Then we're going to come up to the 14th fret on the E string, the 15th fret on the B string and the 14th fret on the G string. We're going to do that 3 times. And then we go back to our D power chord, same as before. We do that 3 times. So let me play that whole section for you slowly now. So then we have this little fill. We're going to do a pinched harmonic on the 5th fret on the E string. Then we're going to do the 4th fret on the G string. We're also going to do a pinched harmonic with a bend and release. Pull off back to the 2nd fret. Then play the 4th fret again and the 2nd fret again, all on the G string. So, bend, release, pull off. So let me play that whole section for you slowly, then we'll put it up to speed. Put that up to speed now with that little fill at the end. And that's our intro there. So from there we go into our verse, which isn't too hard. We're going to play an A power chord to start, so 12th fret on the A string, 14th fret on the D and the G. We'll play that once and slide down. Then we do similar to the intro, we're barring the 14th fret on the D, G and B. We play that once. Then we play 15, again similar to our chord at the start, 15 on the B string, 14 on the G and 16 on the D string. We play that twice and back to the 14. From there we go to the G, just play that once, and then the D, play that once. So let me do that part for you slowly. And up to speed. Then from there it does it exactly the same, but the first A he plays 2 times. So let me play that whole verse for you, up to speed. So that's our verse, and it does that the same every time. Then we have our pre-chorus from there, and again it's similar to our intro. We're having our 14 bar on D, G and B, do that 2 times. 15 and 16 and 14, so the same chord as before, do that 2 times. Then play the 14 again, barring on the D, G and B. Our 15 on the A, 14 on the D, 16 on the A, 14 on the D. Back to our barring on the 14, D, G and B. Our 15 B, 14 G and 16 on the D. And then back to our 14. So that little part. From there just straight back to our G again and our D. And we do that 2 times. So let's do that up to speed. And again. And that's our pre-chorus, so it's similar to the intro, is using that little fill every time with a little riff there. So now let's have a look at the chorus. So our chorus, again, we're going to start on barring on the 14 on the D, G and B, play that once. Our 15 on the B, 14 on the G and 16 on the D. Back to the 14, 16 and 15 and 14. So doing that slowly. Then we do our open on the D and the G, so similar to our intro. Then we're going to play the G. We're going to do it with a strumming pattern though. We're going to play down, 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 up, down. So down, 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 up, down. And then from there we're going straight to the D power chord, or you can play the full chord here, and it's just down, 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 up. Then from there we're going to play an A power chord. Then we're going to do the octave, so 5th fret on the E and the B string, play that once. Back to the A 2 times, and then the octave again there. So let me do the chorus through slowly for you. And up to speed. And then it just goes straight back to that again, to the G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, and this last time we just hold the A power chord for 2 bars there. So we play that whole section slowly, and then we'll put it up to speed. Down, down, up, down, 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 up. One more time with that strumming pattern in there. And then from there we just play the verse again, the pre-chorus and the chorus. Now the last time we finish on the A, we're going to turn the volume down, so A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now once we've finished our chorus, we're just going to play the A again and hold that for 1 bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, standard A open chord, G, do that for 1 bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, D for 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, back to A, and we're going to do it for 2 bars, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then strum again, 2, 3, 4, the G for 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, D for 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, and the A for 1 bar, 3, 4, and that gets us ready for our solo. Now when we're doing that, you can just turn your volume down or go to a cleaner sound. It's not completely clean, there still is a bit of gain on there. So we play that for you. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that gets us ready for the solo. Now the rhythm in the solo is just playing the first part of the chorus. He does that 3 times, and then the last one we just finish on that A and hold it instead of putting the octave A in there. So the first part of the chorus. We do that 3 times, and the last one, instead of doing that, we're just holding the A for 1 bar instead of 2 there. Then from there, we're going straight into our intro again. We do that 2 times. Back to our chorus again, we do that first part 3 times, and then the last one we just hold the A again, and that takes us to the end of the song. So you've got all the parts there now, so have fun with that. Now let's have a look at all the little solo bits he's doing as well. So the first one we'll do is in the verse, and it's just 13, hammer on to 14 on the B string, and then play the 17th fret on the E string. So pretty easy. And if you want to, you can finish that back on that A chord. And then we're ready to go. The next part starts in the pre-chorus, and it's just... So it's a bend on the 4th fret on the G string, and then 2nd fret on the G string. So the next one is right before our clean guitar, and still the same as the first one. Now we're doing a bend on the 4th fret on the G string, a bend and release with a pinched harmonic, and pulling back off to the 2nd fret. And then just playing the 4th fret on the G and the 2nd fret on the G. And then we're going to tap a harmonic on the 14th fret here, so just touch it with your finger there. So, and that gets us going before the solo. So let's cover those end solos before we look at the main solo. We've got a pitched harmonic on the 14th fret on the G string, then a pinched harmonic on the 17th fret on the E string. So he just does those there, it's not too hard. Then from there we're going to hammer on from 14 to 16 on the D string, play the 14 on the G string, the 16 on the G string, do a bend, play the 14 and the bend again, so then we do a bend on the 17 on the B string, play the 17 on the B, 14 on the B, 16 on the G, 14 on the G, so slowly. 17. And then we go to the last little solo. Before we do that, let me play that up to speed. Now we're going to do a bend on the 8th fret on the B string, 2 bends, full bends. And we play 8, 7, 5 on the B string. We're going to do a bend on the G string on the 7th fret. So bend and release and pull off back to 5. Play the 7th fret on the D string. Then on the G string, 7, 6, 5. To the D string, 7, 5. To the A string, 7, 6, 5. Slide to 4. Play the 5th fret on the E string, the 4th fret on the A string, the 7th fret on the D string, the 5th fret on the E string, and the 5th fret on the D string, and then we just finish on the A chord. So let me play that part slowly. And up to speed. So now we've got all those little fills and the end solo. Let's tackle the main solo now. So our main solo, we're going to start with a bend on the 22nd fret, full bend on the E string, and we're going to do that 5 times. So, and then we just play the 17th fret on the E string. Now we're going to play 15, 17 on the E string. Now we're going to do these groups of 4 coming down. So starting on the E string, 19, 17, 15, 19 on the B string, 17, 15 on the E, 19, 17 on the B, and then 15 on the E, 19, 17, 15 on the B, 19, 17 on the B. Then we're going to do a little hammer on pull-offs, or pull off first. 18, pull off to 16, hammer back onto 18 there. So let me do that part slowly for you. Back to 17. So from there we're going to use our whammy bar. We're going to start with it in and let it come up after we've picked the note. So we're going to start on the 14th fret on the B string, let it come up, and then do the same on the G string, 14th fret, bar in, pick it, let it come up. Then we'll do the same on the 17th fret on the B string, and then the 13th fret on the B string, same thing. So we have. Then from there we're going to do a pull off from 14 to 12 on the G string, play the 14 on the D string, and then the 13 on the B string, and we do that and again, and then the last time we do the same, 14 pull off to 12 on the G, 14 on the D, and then we slide from 13 to 14 on the B, so slowly. So let me play that whole section through slowly now for you. So then from there we're starting at these two little runs. We're going to start on the 5th fret on the E string. We're going to play that, hammer onto 7, hammer onto 9 there on the E string. Same on the A string, 5, 7, 9. So we're picking the first note of each string. And the D is same again, 5, hammer onto 7, hammer onto 9. And then on the G string, 6, hammer onto 7, hammer onto 9. So then from there we're going up to the 10th fret back on the E string, and we're going to do the same thing with the legato. 10, hammer onto 12, hammer onto 14. Again on the A string, 10, 12, 14. Now on the D string, 11, 12, 14, and the G string, 11, 12, 14 there. So playing through that slowly now. And that little bit up to speed. So that can be a little bit tricky there. Then from there we're coming up to the 17th fret on the G string. We're going to hammer onto the 18th fret. Then play the 17th fret on the E string. Do it again, 17, hammer onto 18 on the G, and then play the 17 on the B. And we do that 2 times. So again. And then we finish on the 19th fret on the D string. So, and you want to bar that there, so let's do that part slowly. Then from there we go 15, pull off to 14 on the B string, 16 on the G, 14 on the G, and then 17 on the B, 15 and 14 on the B, back to 16 on the G, full bend on 17 on the B 2 times, and then just play 17 there, so slowly. So then from there we're going to do a bend on the 19th fret on the G, play the 17th fret on the E, 20, pull off to 17 on the B, and then back to the bend on the 19 again. So we end up with 4 bends on that 19. So. Then from there we're just doing a pull off from 20 to 17 on the B string and just playing the 19, and we do that 5 times, so 19 on the G, 20, pull off to 17 on the B. Then from there we're coming to a little run to finish it off. We're going to 20, 19, 17 on the E, and then we come back 19, 17, 15 on the E, on the B string, 19, 17, 15, and we do that again, 19, 17, 15. Then to the G string we play 17, 16, 14, we play that again, 17, 16, 14. From there we slide back up to the 17 on the G and play 17 on the E. So let me do that slowly. And that's the end of the solo. So let me play that whole section through slowly for you, right from the start. Let me bar there. So now let's do that up to speed. Probably the hardest part of the solo is that little groups of 4 we're doing near the start. The rest of it isn't too bad, and maybe the end bit's a little bit tricky there, just trying to get that up to speed. So let's play that through now. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, really helps me out. And I'll see you soon.